everybody? I'm Courtney Goodson, and I'm here with Derrick Jonkins, an athletic trainer. So what's up? Thank you for taking out the time to even talk to me. I know you're busy.
All right, no problem. Anything for you, homie.
Right. So what's up? So you're the strength and conditioning coach for Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, I'm the strength and conditioning coach for the Trinidad and Tobago National Women's Football Team, aka soccer team for Americans. They country, they call it football. Mm-hmm. They say our football is not real football.
That's what they say?
Yeah, they say that all the time. And I've been working with them for 2.5 weeks, and it's been a cool experience, you know. We've won 2 games so far. We lost 1. The first game we beat Guatemala. Second game we lost to Canada. Third game we beat Ghana. And now we play in the semifinals against the United States on Friday.
That's crazy. So how did that even come about with you even working with?
Just through a couple connections, a couple people I know, and a couple kids I train. You know, parents have ties to their country and everything. And when they found out they was coming here, that they wanted to come here for a week and a half and train before the actual tournament starts, and they reached out to ask me would I be interested in doing it, and I said, yeah, cool. You know, I've done this before. I worked with the Chinese government before, so yeah.
How was that like?
That was pretty cool too. That was pretty awesome right there, because I went to China for a month to train them, and also we worked out here in the United States for a month to train, and that was pretty cool. And that was dealing with their national basketball team. So with the Trinidad and Tobago team, it's the women's. It's the highest level of soccer and football you can get to. These girls train year round, work hard, and they hungry. You know, that's why I like dealing with kids that's hungry. So they brought on me, and also they brought on my partner, which is St. Luke's Sports and Medicine, Matthew Vasquez. He's handling all the medical stuff, the taping, the rehab, and the injuries. And it's been great working with them so far. It's just been, actually, you know, I always tell people it's just been a blessing working with them.
Yeah.
You know, both ways, because, you know, even their coaches, everybody appreciated it. The girls appreciate it. And it's just been a blast. You know, now, you know, we one step away from the Olympics. We beat the U.S.
Crazy.
I know, it's pretty crazy. So if we beat the USA on Friday, we in the Olympics.
You're in the Olympics. Rio.
Yeah, you're in Rio.
Going to Rio. What? That is crazy. Are the girls excited?
Yeah, they all excited. Today I took them to do today we did some recovery stuff. Went to a place in the Woodlands and did some recovery stuff, cryo, Normatec and things like that, get their legs back, because they've been going hard for the past 2.5 weeks nonstop. So a lot of them bodies are dead, but you know, a lot of them are ready for the game Friday. You know, that's what you work hard for, the big stage. You know, it's probably be a pack house at the stadium. It'll be at BBVA Compass Stadium, the Dynamo Stadium.
What time?
It'll be at 7:30 Friday night, and it'll be a big game. I think the first game before us is Canada versus Mexico, then it's United States versus Trinidad and Tobago.
Have they ever made it to this point before?
They've never made it to this point before.
Wow.
This will be the first time.
That's
This will be the first time they actually make it to this point to qualify for the Olympics. And last year in the World Cup, they missed the World Cup by 1 game also. Okay. So this is big. This is a big step for their country. It's a big thing, you know. And that's, you know, just talking with some different people. You know, this is big. You know, this is.
And I know this has to be huge for you to be on this journey with them.
Yeah.
1 game away from Rio.
Yeah, it's pretty special, man. And you know, I've dedicated a lot of time and energy to them. You know, the past 2.5 weeks. But yeah, it's special. You know, being on the field with them, interacting with them, and
that's what I wanted to ask you. How is it like? How does it feel to be on the field with them? Because I know you're used to being on the sidelines watching your athletes play.
Yeah.
Now you're actually on the field. Tell me a little bit about that.
It's pretty interesting interacting with the girls and seeing them, and a lot of them get feisty because you know, football at this level is real. It's physical. Yeah, it's not no club mama running around. You know, look at my son. No, it's my baby. They going hard out there. I mean, these girls go hard. You know, so it's really interesting. You know, to sit there and watch them interact with them and talk to them and just watch how they focus. You know, women, they are so focused right now. Like, you know, it's different from American football where we used to listen to music and getting crunk. They a little more silent.
So how do they warm up? Like
in the locker room, they pretty silent and just focused.
Really?
You know, they don't really talk a lot.
Like here, like everybody getting hyped.
Yeah, everybody getting hyped, but that's not them. It's totally opposite. It's more, everybody in their own zone, sitting in there and just getting ready. And then once they hit the field, they on the go. Yesterday game was real big. Yesterday it was a win or do. It was, you had to win the game or it was over.
You would have been over.
It would have been over. Okay. So yesterday's game was real crucial. And they went out and scored 4 goals within the first 21 minutes of the game. We won 5-1, but 4 goals in the 21 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
And that was and Ghana couldn't come back from that. It was just too much, and the physical part started taking over. So dealing with them right now in this phase, we'll have practice tomorrow. There's no practice this evening. We'll practice tomorrow. Their coach will probably take them through some walkthrough stuff.
And so what will you be doing?
I'll warm up tomorrow. We'll get some flexibility stuff in. We'll work on some different stretching stuff for them. Make sure everybody's injury free. Probably do an ice bath, things like that, and just kind of get prepared. Make sure everybody ready. The ones that didn't play last game will do more running tomorrow. They do a lot more cardio. They'll probably do tomorrow. The ones who didn't play will probably do about 3 miles tomorrow. Because the average soccer game at this level, athlete runs about 6 miles.
6 miles?
During the game, yeah.
Wow.
About 6 miles minimum. So that's during the game, of course.
Yeah,
right? So that's the plan. And just see how it go Friday. You never know. I always say people got to play the game. U.S. is favored, pretty sure by a lot of points, but that's why you play the game. You never know.
Right, you never know.
You never know. It's been a cool journey. I always, and I'm looking forward to doing other stuff with them.
Yeah, I was about to say, will this be something long term? Will you stay there?
Yeah. So going forward, we already discussed that. Implementing some different programs and things like that to help their country out, because a lot of them don't have the resources, and now, everybody see the kind of work that I do and the kind of work that Matthew does with the St. Luke Sports Performance. So now, they want to incorporate everything and kind of bring it to their country now. So we talked about me going to their country a couple times out the year and working with the girls and having certain camps here. Because there's a lot of kids from Trinidad and Tobago that actually lives in the United States.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a lot of them.
So do you train, before you started working with the team, did you train any girls here already?
From their team?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
so do you?
Actually, one.
Okay.
One that lives here. And she lives in the wilderness.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But it's a lot of, but going forward, we're going to try to have camps, different kind of camps and things going on for the ones that do live in the United States. Because there's a lot of them on the team that go to school in the United States. Some of them go to school closest, Wiley, Navarro, UConn, different schools, East Carolina, throughout.
How old are they? Like, what's the age range on the team?
The age range on the team, I think the youngest girl might be 19.
19?
Yeah, and the oldest might be 30.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a
balance.
Yeah, it's pretty much a balance. I think the oldest is 30 and the youngest is probably 19.
Oh, wow.
Which at this level, most of the girls
are usually older?
They older.
Yeah,
unless you get experienced teams like the U.S., somebody like that. Most of the girls are probably 25, 26, something like that. But normally it's a range from 19 to 30 only. 30 being the oldest. It just depends on how you take care of your body. Because actually the oldest lady, I like to call them ladies.
The
oldest one on their team right now, she's a leader. I mean, she's she's a beast. Yeah, she's a beast. She's the one gonna talk and rah and be like, hey, and they listen to her.
Yeah.
And she's the team captain and everything. So it's been a cool journey. I always tell people, God brings things your way, in different perspectives, different outlooks and different ways. You never know. I always tell people, if you stay humble, and love what you do, good things gonna happen to you.
It has to.
Good things gonna happen to you. And that just normally what happens to me. And I always try to keep a good friendship with people because you never know who will call you one day. Like, hey, can you do this? And you be like, yeah. So I always tell people that in my line of work, I've been doing this 16 years. Way before social media and all this. YouTube, Instagram, doing it way before that. And I always tell people always ask me, all the time. Hey, how can I start doing training and stuff?
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey, you gotta, for one, get your paperwork done. You know, get your certification, get your degree. I got my college degree, and I got
From where?
Texas Southern.
Oh, Texas Southern.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I got a CSCA, and I got all kinds of certification. I got these years ago, and it just I got my knowledge in first. Which a lot of people, I tell a lot of young people when they get in the business, get your knowledge going first. That way you know what you're talking about. Then once you start getting that, then start venturing off, especially if you're young. You know, and I started when I was young. I'm 38 now. Yeah, I started when I was 20-something.
Because
so.
everybody, like, now, like, fitness is like a huge deal now.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people I know are trying to be a trainer and stuff, but they don't realize how much work and effort, it involves, you know, so that's pretty huge, but.
Yeah, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of work.
And I know you stay busy.
Yeah. And I stay busy, you know, and I tell people too, I deal with all the sports, you know, I deal with soccer, football, diving, ping pong, I mean, everything I didn't pretty much deal with or train in my life, and I dealt with it, and I always try to study it too once I get that type of athlete. So that's my thing, you know, the people trying to get my profession is get your education going first and learn, know what you're doing. It's more to just watching an Instagram video
and then trying to go out
there and do it and do the same thing you see somebody else doing, which a lot of people do.
I mean, a lot of people do it.
A lot of people do it. You know, it is what it is. You know, but
you gotta get your hustle on.
Yeah.
So, I mean, some people just a hustler.
But it's more to it than that. You know, it's more to it than that. You know, and that's why I try to educate kids and people want to hop into business and hey, if you're 19, 20, go to school, get your degree. Get your paperwork first, have that under your belt, because trust me, I can't train when I'm 60 years old, you know. Sooner or later, I'm going to have to hang up the cleats and hang up the training stuff, so you got to have something else to fall back on. But I've been in this 16 years and I've been blessed, you know. I've experienced a lot of things, traveled the world doing this and just been blessed at it, and I love it, you know. You know me.
Yeah, I know.
I love doing what I do, and every time I wake up, I tell people my hardest thing every day is to get out of bed. Once I'm out of bed, I enjoy my day. So and that's how you gotta feel about when you get into the training business. You know, you gotta love it. If you don't have a passion to do it, you'll never be good. Because you can't just do it for the money. The money gonna come. You do it off the love, you're gonna get a lot of blessings off of it. I've had tons of kids I trained for free before. I first started training for the first. Probably 7 years I was broke. I was just training people.
What? Are you serious?
Just training people, just training. Hey, come work out, come work out, and anybody know my story, my journey. I was staying at my grandmother's house, living there and training. That's when I first started, and not making no money. But I always knew that hey, once everything spread out, everybody knew that hey, I was good, and then the money was gonna come, and that's how the blessings started coming. People, but you gotta love what you do. That's
that just proves that you have a heart for the. You're not just doing it for the money, but you're actually doing it because you care about these athletes. You care about your craft.
That's true. You gotta do that, and that's one of the major things. I tell people anytime, any day. Especially kids I train. Hey, love what you do. If you don't love football, you don't love basketball.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't waste your time.
Because mama wants you to do it, or daddy wants. Find something you love to do. That way you're gonna have fun. If you don't love it,
because then it's really not like work when you love what you're doing.
It's not work. It's fun.
Exactly.
I tell people every day when I go train somebody, it's fun.
It's like an activity.
It's fun. And most of the kids I train, I work out with them too. So because I work out every day myself, so I'm like, shit, we got 3 miles today. I go do it with them.
And that makes it even better as an athlete when you have your trainer or your coach actually going out and doing the same thing that you're doing instead of just having somebody on the outside saying, oh, go do this, go do that,
I tell people it's called like a drill sergeant, and times have changed. Kids don't like that nowadays. They don't want you just sitting there eating a bag of chips. Talking about run a sprint here, run a sprint there. Damn, people don't want that no more. And I always been a person that hey, if I tell a kid or a parent or whoever I'm training, because I train adults too. I tell you can do that. I'm gonna be able to do it too. I'm not gonna have you do something that I can't.
That you can't do.
So we're not gonna freaking do something and it's off the wall, jump off a building. And I can't do it too. Which I always tell, which some people do. Some people you be like, they tell them to do 100 push-ups and they can't do 10. So it go different ways and different things. But at the end of the day, you gotta love what you do, man. That's why I tell everybody. You can be the car salesman, be the best car salesman in the world. But back to the Trinidad and Tobago. But that's going good. So we got the USA on Friday. And 7:30 p.m. we gotta see how it goes.
So when you're on the bench on the field, what are you doing? Like,
so when we first get to the stadium, me and the coaches meet up, and we talk and we say, hey, this, I try to look. Normally when I first get there, actually, I walk around and I make sure everybody's okay. I be like, hey, because a lot of them sometimes when you're doing this tournament, right, a lot of them hamstrings get tight for it. So I'm like, I walk around normally and I say, hey, everybody okay? And they say my hamstring's tight. I'm trying to make sure everybody drinks 10 bottles of water. I say, hey, you drink 10 bottles of water? They be like, no. I be like, hey, we gotta get the water.
Yeah.
Because now this week the weather has changed, so it's getting a little humid at night, and they from a country that's not used to being humid.
Oh, okay.
So I make sure, walk around, make sure everybody's all right. If they need somebody needs stretching out, I stretch them out. I go check with Matthew, hey, who needs help, this, that. And then boom, we kind of assess that. Because we normally get there 2 hours before the game starts. Then I meet with the coaches. Then we discuss the warm-up plan, like, hey, because everything is done on a time schedule. So we all look at our clocks and we say, all right, we're going to start warming up at this time. So we go out and set the field up, walk out there and find a spot. I set the field up with the cones and everything, and go through our warm-ups. And then we normally take the field about 45 minutes before the game starts. Then we'll warm up the starters. All the starters do the warm up with me. And then they normally go to the coach right after that, and they go through their little skill, technique work and everything, and shooting. Then they come back to me and we do speed stuff.
Okay.
And then we stretch out again. Then I talk to them again, because I always like to communicate. Hey, you all right? Because some of them won't tell you. They be like, my foot is killing,
but they won't. Yeah,
they won't tell you. But a lot of them got comfortable with me now, and they tell me like, hey, I need to stretch out. So we'll do that, and then we'll come back, do some speed stuff, and I tell them, hey, it's time to go to work. It's what you work hard for every day. Now it's time to go to work. And for the most part, most of them, man, it's pretty much all of them. They pretty focused. I'm pretty happy with every one of them. I haven't had one of the ladies yet have tell me and say, I can't do that. I don't want to do it. They push themselves to do it, and that's why I respect every one of them. From the coaching, from the staff, everybody down. I respect all of them, everybody, because everybody plays a part, So I tell everybody, you play a part. So normally once the game starts, I'm on the bench with the coaches and the staff. We sitting in one booth, the team in a different booth next to us, and of course the head coach is in the front. So during the game, my job is, if he gonna sub a player, to go, we warm up. So if he say, hey, we putting Joe in the game, I go warm up Joe down there.
Right before Joe get in the game.
Yeah, we put him warm up Lena, whoever, Vic. I warm them up, make sure they fine. All right, say, let's go. Hey, cool, coach? All right, cool, they can go. Then during the game, like for instance yesterday, I was watching the game, and during halftime, one of them's hamstring was bothering her. And I was like, and we was winning 5-1. I was like, you probably need to pull her. There's no reason to keep her in the game.
That's what I was going to ask you. I was about to ask you, have you had any cases like that to where you had to tell the coach, the head coach, nah, she's not good?
So normally, man, they'll ask me and Matthew, like, hey, what's their assess? And if you win at 5-1 and you got a big game the next day, it's no point. It's no point. So yesterday, for example, Mariah's hamstring is bothering when she's a starter, she goes hard, and I was like, the purpose keeping an eye on 5-1, we're winning, game over with. And she was kind of mad. She was like, why can you tell them to take me out? I'm like, hey, it's 5-1, we're winning. Like, we got to play the U.S. Friday. So
you got to be ready for the U.S.
you got to be ready. She like, you're right. But they're just how competitive they are. They don't want to come out the game.
And that's good. That's a good attitude to have.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool because the coaches, we sit there watching the game, we kind of joke, kind of get serious in moments, and everybody's pretty funny. Dealing with different countries and different nationalities, people are funny, like in their own way, They be
amazing.
They be like, then sometimes you don't even understand some stuff they say. You like, what did he tell me? You're like, huh? Then we all using like WhatsApp to communicate with everybody.
WhatsApp?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's like an app where you go on there and you never heard of WhatsApp?
I've never heard of that before.
So say for instance, you can do like group texting and chatting.
Oh, so it's like a group chat?
So say for instance, they from overseas, and we can't call each other with the international calling, so everybody get on WhatsApp and set up a group chat.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. So that's how we use it to communicate, but they speak English and write English and everything, so
that's cool.
It's not a problem. But But it's been cool. And also another thing I do all their meals for them. So I said, so this whole journey,
meal prep.
yeah, I do all. They eating pretty healthy. Some like it, some don't. They like, oh my god, we'll put a grilled chicken breast on here one more time. So I'm doing all their meals for them, and you know, and talking to them about the need to eat healthy and things like that. And it's pretty cool. They eat about 1, 2, 3, they eat 6 times a day.
6 times a day?
Yeah, 6 times a day.
Okay.
And
Is that normal? Is that normal? Like, if you were to give me, just say, if you were to give me a meal plan, would you give me 6 meals a day?
Yeah, I would give you 6 meals
okay.
a day. Yeah.
Okay.
At the minimum 6 meals. If it's a football player and he's real big and trying to keep muscle mass, he might eat 7 or 8 times a day. So it just depends. But the minimum, you should eat 6 times a day in a meal. Yeah, so you should eat about 6 times a day. You know, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and 3 snacks in between. So putting a lot of them on a schedule, because they on a schedule this time. You know, you're eating breakfast, lunch, dinner, and your snacks in between. And you know, for some athletes, it's different when you've been eating Kentucky Fried Chicken every day. And you're like, whoa, you talking about eating salad?
Yeah.
I want Popeyes. But when you're at this level, you gotta take care of your body. So everybody pretty much.
So you pretty much take care of the girl.
Yeah, I've been taking care of it. I'm a big person. When I put my name behind something, I kind of stand by it. End of the day, you know, your name is all you got.
Yeah.
So if your name in the dirt, it's a wrap. So you know, at the end of the day, your name all you have. At the end of the day, so I've been just taking care of them the whole time. You know, and it's just been fun. It's been a blast. You know, they'll probably leave this weekend and go back.
But so if y'all win, will they still go back?
If they win Friday, you play Sunday.
Play Sunday. So where would the game be Sunday? Do you know?
It'd be at the BBVA Company Stadium at Dynamo Stadium. So you win Friday, you go to the Olympics regardless if you lose Sunday, because the top 2 teams go. Okay. You go to the Olympics, and the Olympics is in July or August in Rio, in Brazil. So that'll be a blast.
That would be exciting. Oh my God.
The last time I went to the Olympics, I went with the Chinese government. That was in China, Beijing. Oh, what year was that? What, we in 16 now?
I don't want to say 2012, but no, is it?
4 years. I can't think. I think it was, what, we in 2016 now?
Maybe 08 or
no, it was
12?
before that.
So 2004?
2004.
Okay.
I want to say 2004 or 2002, one of them.
Okay.
Can't remember. That's the last time I went there, and that was an experience.
I can imagine.
That was, and actually I went to London also, but London I just went to be a spectator, but the Beijing I was.
But now you're on the field.
Yeah. Even the Beijing I was on the court with them. It was pretty cool. Just got to walk around and translate everywhere you go. Because I was dealing with the Chinese national basketball team at that time, and that was a cool experience also. You know,
do you keep in contact with them?
Yeah, actually I do. I talk to a lot of them through social media and Facebook, and you know, actually out there they don't have Facebook, I don't think, but a lot of them through like little social media apps and stuff like that. But different stuff. But no, I talk to a lot of them. I talk to a lot of people still that I deal with, and actually I was offered a job out there, but
really?
I didn't take it.
Why?
Just because I had so much going on here. And that would have took me away for 2 years, and I would have had to been there. I would have basically had 11 months because I would have been working with their basketball association, and the Chinese basketball association. It's an 11-month season out of 12 months, so you basically get 1 month off, and it was a 2-year contract. So I didn't know if I could live in China for 20-some months.
I couldn't imagine.
And all 2 months. I mean, all 1 month. So basically, I was like, nah, I'll pass at the time. But if I was younger at the time, I probably would have took it. But I was just a little older.
You were more established.
Savage, If I was younger and just getting into it and I got offered, then I would take it. I would jump on it. But I had too much going on, so I didn't take it. But I still communicate with a lot of them out there and things like that, and they're actually pretty cool. Just don't speak English. You gotta go to a translator, some things like that.
Is that difficult?
It's just difficult because you don't know if he tell you what you said.
Oh, okay.
But you tell him and say
you count on him to relate the message.
Yeah, and you're like, I think that's what he said.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't know. So, but that was a cool experience. Though. That's probably that and this Trinidad is probably the 2 coolest experiences I've had in 16 years of doing this.
That's awesome.
That's both.
Exciting.
It's pretty bad. And then of course, training athletes like Cassie Cook.
She's doing good. I saw something on your social media today.
Yeah, she's going good.
Is she going to Rio?
Yeah, she has a qualified, but I'm about 99.9% that she's gonna make it. She's pretty focused. I mean, that girl is like more focused than anybody I've ever seen in my life, and I'm pretty sure she would make it, you know. And
so you're gonna have. Is that gonna be the only athlete that you'll have in the Olympics, or do you have any more athletes?
Actually, Cassidy. Cassidy, let me see, anybody else? I'm not sure. I think a couple of them might do the Olympic trials, so it might be more than her.
But either way, you have one athlete to go to. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Because last time I had Christina win, Lucas win. She actually been in 2 Olympics, but she's not going this time. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah. Had to put you put that on. You be like, train an Olympic person, like yeah, train. And I've been working with Cassidy for the past, what we in 2016. Mm-hmm. Probably for the last 6 years.
What?
You know, and me and her family are real close, and she's like a little sister to me.
Yeah.
You know, I always, seeing her. Last time she missed the Olympics by less than half a point. Like 0.3. And to see her on the stage crying and mad, and to see her get right back refocused and tackle her journey, says a lot about her and her character and just about everything. Because that's not easy, to all of a sudden try to hold, lose it, not make it 4 years ago, and all of a sudden 4 years later you got refocused, retrain hard, get your mind right. Not too many people can do that, so that's why.
Some people fall off.
Yeah, some people fall off, 4 or 5 years, and you're like, oh, I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
But she re-back focused. Right back at it, that girl, she's like a beast right now.
That's
awesome. Every time I see her.
So she has to go, like, what's the process for her to get to Rio right now? Like, what's happening?
So right now she's actually in Rio qualifying for a spot for the U.S. in I think 3 meter and a 1 meter, I want to say the 3 meter. U.S. haven't earned a spot yet in the Olympics, so she has to earn a spot for them. I think her and another girl. So if they earn a spot for them, so next step after that, she has comes back to the Olympic trials for the diving. So then she has to win that, and then she goes to Rio.
Oh wow!
I think the top 2, then she goes to Rio.
So she has.
She's back to about 2 steps. Now.
Okay, 2 steps.
2 steps. I think 2 steps and left, and then bam, she in Rio like that. So
it can happen. Though.
Yeah, it can happen. It can happen.
And you say you talking about how focused she is.
Oh yeah, she's super.
It sounds like she's gonna.
Yeah, she's super focused. Don't eat bad, work out every day.
That's good.
I mean, the girl looks ripped up, 12 pack.
I saw that on her Instagram.
She's a beast, she's a super beast. And she's focused. I'm happy for her. I always tell people, hey, I'm happy. And I'm happy for her if she don't make it.
Either way,
you
be in that position.
Yeah, be in that position, because trust me, people see people at the Olympics, they don't understand the grind that it takes to get there. Mm-hmm. It's not easy, because you're competing against athletes from around the world. And you get athletes from different countries. That's all they do is focus on the Olympics. They don't go to school.
Yeah.
They just work out every day. So to see somebody do that and make it to that stage, that's big right there.
That's huge.
That's huge right there. But that's
man. Well, thank you, man. I'm amazed, Derrick. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you.
That's cool.
And I hope y'all. So the game this Friday, 7 p.m. at
7:30.
At 7:30. Okay. And where is it again?
BBVA Compass Stadium, the Dynamo Stadium in Houston, downtown Houston. And it'll probably be a lot of people there. Of course, because the U.S. women, everybody all on TV, they got all this social media going on, and a lot of people love them, So we're gonna see how it goes. I always tell people, you got everybody lace their cleats up the same way. There ain't no magic machine. Everybody gotta get up. Everybody gotta eat. So you never know. I had some clients like, oh, you going against your own country? I'm like, hey, here's what it is right now. So I always tell people, hey, that's why you gotta play the game. And you never know. Everybody thought Carolina would win the Super Bowl, but they didn't.
But exactly.
So you never know until you lace the cleats up. So they gonna, the Trinidad team, Tobago team, the women already said that they gonna give their best. They gonna go out and they gonna ball. That's a lot of them say they gonna do. So you never know. We'll see. We'll see Friday night. How the game goes.
Thank you so much for taking
the
time. Thank
Appreciate
you so much. Y'all make sure y'all check out that game. Will it be on TV?
I think it's on NBC.
NBC? Make sure y'all check that game out Friday night at 7:30. I'll see you guys next week.